What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Tupperware, ticker TUP. I want to give you a good breakdown of what is happening with Tupperware today, go over some of the data points, what shorts are doing, everything that you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So currently it is up 43%. It did have a high of $5.51. Unfortunately, it is getting pulled back a little bit today because of the broader market, but I still feel generally this news that did come out is very, very good because, of course, when it comes down to Tupperware, yes, it's being suppressed by shorts and through various means, naked shorting and stuff like that. But a lot of people do have concerns about their balance sheet because they do have, as of their last earnings, $705 million in debt, $110 in cash equivalent short-term investment. So of course, given the economy, the higher interest rate right now, it's not necessarily advantageous. But the news that did come out after hours yesterday does show right here that Tupperware Brands announces debt restructuring. So this is very, very good. And of course, it's more advantageous coming from the creditors because if Tupperware was to go belly up, which could potentially happen in the near future if things don't really kind of get better, but this is definitely a good safety net. So in here, it does say right here, this agreement is a comprehensive restructuring and reallocation of the company's debt and provides for, among other things, a reduction and reallocation of approximately $150 million of cash, interest, and fees, the extension of the stated maturity of approximately $348 million, basically up till 2027 with paid-in-kind interest, the reduction of payments roughly around $55 million, and that's going to be paid through, I guess, 2025, immediate access to revolving borrowing capacity of approximately 21 million. So 21 million is kind of low, but when it comes down to any company, not necessarily just Tupperware, if they need money, for instance, based on the balance sheet, if you need money, you dilute. That's just the name of the game. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of what happens. But when it comes down to a stock that is being very much heavily suppressed by shorts, then if you are going to dilute, it is just 10 times worse. So I do feel that this is 100% of a more advantageous route to go than dilution. So definitely I think this is very good, helps investors, and it helps Tupperware to kind of give them a nice push in the right direction. When it comes down to it, I do see, oddly enough, a lot of articles coming out. The fact that shorts have started to kind of return some shares, and I kind of beg to differ. So I want to give you a good overview of that. So on Ortex right now, looking at shorts. So short score is currently 82. And if you guys have any questions about any of this, let me know in the comments below. Definitely address that. Utilization is at 100%. And as of right now, shorts are increasing 79,000 shares, which is kind of a drop in the bucket. 11.74 million shares overall are being shorted. 30.45% of the free float's being shorted. Very, very high. Cost to borrow is going up slightly, so 326.48% is the average. It is on the threshold list, and in case you guys do not know, that is something that kind of monitors failure to delivers, like I brought up, which obviously failure to delivers is a very good indication of naked shorting and things like that. And this whole threshold list, if a stock is on there for 13 consecutive days, this is where the SEC does force the market makers to kind of cover the delinquent failure to deliver, so causing nice buying pressure and a bump up in the price, theoretically, of course. But a lot of people don't like the threshold list because the SEC doesn't overly monitor it. So once again, fairly good news. Shorts haven't covered as of right now, so in theory, a lot of this is just optimistic buying that's been happening and not shorts. So when it comes to what is happening as far as options, so far there's $2.92 million in call premiums being purchased, 1.44 million in puts. So 55% optimistic today. And of course, I think that does insinuate that people see it going up and continuing to trend up. Based on options activity, it is anticipated to go around the $6 range going into next week. And like I said, based just on the fundamental business of it, it should go around between the $6 to $7 range. And that's not even counting any squeeze, because if you kind of factor in maybe around almost 12 million shares being returned, and that's not counting naked shorting. This 11.74 million is just what we do know based on Ortex of the registered shorts and stuff like that. So definitely this could have a very, very good squeeze if the stock price does continue to trend up. And as far as big transactions, there's only been one on the secondary market today, and it was a buy. You can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price for $107,000. And dark pool, there hasn't been any, actually I'll just quickly refresh this, as far as this, yeah, it looks like no transactions on the dark pool today, so kind of quiet on that front. When it comes down to what to anticipate, so looking at this, so the momentum indicator shows everyone is just kind of selling their dogs or houses and buying Tupperware today. So the number of retail investors are definitely getting in. Stochastic is at 70, a little bit more of a bear sentiment right now, so not much to talk on in that regard. And with it being at $5.07, it's between the R1 and the R2. So $4.82 is a very strong support. $5.81 is that next big resistance point. But like I said, I think just fundamentally it should be between this R2 and the R3. That's not counting any squeeze. That's just the fundamental business itself. And hopefully within the next, I think 2.5 weeks, they'll be having their Q2 earnings. So we'll be able to kind of break that down on what that does say. Because of course, one thing that really prompted all of this was the fact that people were starting to look at their potential revenue, how much they were going to generate as far as estimates for 2023 and 2024, and just kind of showed that there was no multiple. And of course, that did show that it was at a substantial discount and well below its intrinsic value and various things like that. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Do you think that there is going to result in a short squeeze with Tupperware? And potentially, if you do think that, how high do you think it can go? I think I did ask this previously. Some people are saying 10, some I think said around $15, which you never know, could be very realistic depending on the catalyst. Because when it comes down to a short squeeze, you need 4 components. You need a high cost to borrow, which it does have. You need a lot of shares being shorted. You need a high utilization. The only thing that you do need generally is a good catalyst. And of course, that could potentially come out with their earnings. So definitely something big might be coming. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Give yourself a shout out if you've been buying, selling, holding. What's your take on Tupperware in the comments below? If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And take advantage of this promo. Literally, this is one of the best deals that you can get on the market right now. Sign up for a free account. Just simply make an account, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, plus you get a $50 cash reward. So this is literally one of the best deals you can get. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Tupperware.